Yo! Welcome back to Madden Simulation Week 16 edition. First, Madden got Week 15 right. Miami goes down to Buffalo. Buffalo gets the win on a last-second field goal in real life. So Madden bounced back from a week ago. Madden's now 10-6 overall as we enter Week 16. And we go to a historic matchup. Two legendary rivals back in the day. Some celebrate, some mourn the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. We go to Pittsburgh as they take on Las Vegas. So without further ado, let's head out there, get this game started on Christmas Eve. And heavy hearts will be in Pittsburgh, in the city of champions, on EA Sports, on Saturday night, as we just found out that the man that caught that reception has sadly passed away. Franco Harris, I believe at the age of 72,
certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep, like I said, Franco Harris unfortunately has passed away.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses. And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays.
Number
if you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3.
So forth. I wasn't around to watch Franco Harris. I think technically he was a fullback. That was back in the day when fullbacks, ran the ball and were bruisers and so on and so forth. Like Jimmy Taylor for the Packers and so on and so forth. But a little sad. And he was the one hyping. He was in ads. He was in promotion videos of this game. And because his catch, the Immaculate Reception. It was the AFC the 1972 divisional game, I do believe. Well, 71 season. Was it the 71 season or the 1972 season? Well, if it had been 50 years ago, it was the 72 season, so Pittsburgh had to play
Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just
Miami in the AFC Championship game, and we all know how that went.
Making its way out, and we get a look at the player drafted to succeed Ben Roethlisberger as the franchise's quarterback. Knows a lot about the city. He's a rookie out of Pitt, Kenny Pickett.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Yeah.
Throwing first play is Pickett.
And
he'll get this to his tight end. That's underneath. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there.
I'm trying to remember.
And there's a completion to the tight end.
Anyways, yeah, it was 1972 divisional round game. Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh was having issues getting past the divisional round. I mean, that was the first round of the playoffs. Was the divisional round and the championship game. I think there's only one wild card team. But Oakland, the Raiders. They were in Oakland at the time. The Raiders, they dominated. Steelers were still trying to get over that hump for decades.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
What? Ever since Chuck Noll was named head coach in '69 for Pittsburgh, I might be a little.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
off a little bit, but it's around that time. Pittsburgh has only had 3 head coaches. So for over 50 years, Pittsburgh has only had 3 head coaches. And no other team can really say that right now. And when Pittsburgh was founded, the Steelers, they sucked, they dwindled, and they stank for
2nd and 4.
Their first. I think they were founded in the 30s. So first 40 years of their existence or so, they stunk.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains.
Then Chuck Noll gets hired, and the 70s were down. Winning 4 Super Bowls, back-to-back years twice, but it wasn't until I think it had been the 73, 74, even 78, 79. I might be mistaken because I know you look at the Miami Dolphins. Okay, we all know about the 1972 team, perfection. And then did they repeat in 73? They went to 3 straight Super Bowls. If I did the math and looked it up right, because Super Bowl 5 was Miami and Dallas, and Dallas won that one. Had it been. And Super Bowl 5 was it was 66, 67, 68, 69. 1970. So 72 must have been their second one. And then maybe 73, 74 was Pittsburgh's first 2. And I know they won at the end of the decade. But people forget about that. That, Miami, they were the team right away in the 70s. But then, Miami did win a few more Super Bowls after that. I think at least one more. But then, once the 80s rolled around, and I don't know Miami's number of Super Bowl victories, and I know it's not 4, that's victory. But anyways, I digress. Anyways, the Raiders at the time, they were, they were at the 2 Super Bowls at least. One. Were they at 2 Super Bowls? They lost the first one that they were in. I forget which one they won from Madden. But anyways, the play that they're honoring, the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. Last ditch effort. Steelers have the ball. Terry Bradshaw, I think, was under pressure, winds up, chucks it down the field to his intended receiver.
He finds Pickens
and
in for the Steelers touchdown.
And
from 21 yards away.
It hit off a player.
We saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown.
I would have to look. Anyways, it's deflected. Franco Harris catches it in the air and runs in for a touchdown, and the rest is history. Now, in the meantime, there was a rule where
put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
If it got touched or deflected by, I gotta look it up. I have to. But basically, the rule was if the ball could not touch another offensive player and be caught out of the air, something along those lines. Let's see if I can dig it up.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Okay, on 4th down with 22 seconds left in the game, Pittsburgh quarterback Terry Bradshaw throws a pass targeting John
Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines.
The ball either bounced off the helmet of the Raiders safety, Jack Tunham, or John's hands. And the Steelers fullback, Franco Harris, caught it just before he could hit the ground and ran for the game-winning touchdown. The play has been here unresolved controversy and speculation ever since, as many people have contended that the ball only touched Puka, John, or that hit the ground before Harris caught it. Either of which would have resulted in an incomplete pass by rules at the time. So there. Because it could not, the ball could not hit off another offensive player. If it was in target for, if one offensive player touched it, they had to catch it. Another one could not.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
And of course, the ball hit the ground. You all know that.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And, you know, unfortunately, you know, Miami.
Here's Carr. Over the middle, it's complete.
Oh, BS is okay. So
gain gets him to the 42.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want
back in the day, prior to the 1975 playoffs,
they want him to get the ball and run after the catch.
There was no home field advantage.
Holding him for a short gain.
Home field in the playoffs was a rotational basis, which is kind of BS. So the Steelers got to host the perfect Miami Dolphins. And just imagine if they were upside down. Then Pittsburgh would have lost to Washington in the Super Bowl.
And they've been pretty efficient along with that.
But anyways,
he's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
So, anyways, there you go. There's the immaculate reception. Somewhat brief history of that controversy. I mean, if you're a Raiders fan, you're gonna say the ball hit the ground, or that John touched the ball, the other receiver touched the ball. You know, you're going to say that till the day you die. If you're a Steeler fan, you're going to say it's one of the greatest plays of all time.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big
tight end. You're going to say it's one of the greatest plays of all time. It's legendary, this and that. Oof.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up.
So, let's stop being around the bush. Let's take a look. Let's talk a little recap of Week 15. We all know Week 15 started on Thursday night with San Francisco versus Seattle, and it was the Brock Purdy show. I mean, he wasn't that stellar, but I mean, he did the job, got it done.
This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down
and the 49ers look a team. Oh, jeez, that's annoying. A team that looked like, you know, rebuild. They were stuck in the mud, how the season started. They go to Chicago, losing a monsoon. Trevor Lawrence gets hurt. Then here comes Garoppolo.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And then Garoppolo shows signs of life. They start getting healthy, but then
get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's gonna have a chance at it.
But then
depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least
Brock Purdy came along, and he just looked stellar to some extent.
That is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown.
And the Niners are just now on a roll.
Moved it
I think they've
downfield
won
and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
That might be. They've won 7 in a row. They clinched the West. They won 7 in a row. They were 3-4 to start the season. The first 7 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever. The first 7 games, 3-4, and now they've won 7 in a row. And now the question becomes, well, what do we do with Trey Lance?
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. The long drive last time out for this offense,
it's like,
Charles,
you drafted Trey Lance. You basically said, no, Garoppolo, get out of here. Get out of here, someone, but we need you. And it paid off. And Brock Purdy pays off this year. Mr. Irrelevant, he's much cheaper. And then what?
They need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because
but that's the great thing about football. This is flag on. Oh, then you had Saturday. 3 games on Saturday, 2 which were entertaining to watch. The other one was just blah, but of course, I'm not calling it the game of the year, but unfortunately it has historical values to it. A game that I was hoping would go the other way. I was so happy how this game started. 33-0. 33-0. Indianapolis Colts jump out to a huge 17-0 lead, then kept pouring on, go up 33-0 at halftime against Minnesota to show everyone that they're a bunch of frauds.
Sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust.
They're frauds. They are. And I'm sticking to it. I don't care what happened in that game. But I will say, I was thinking to myself, well, you know what? I mean, I remember watching the second half of that Buffalo game, and some other games with Minnesota. It's like, well, it doesn't take long for them to score. They can score if they want. And here's the thing: if the other team's gonna ease off, they're gonna ease off the gas pedal and play a little more light.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And let hopefully just not give up that many more points. It wasn't until like the 10-minute mark. I mean, if you saw how Minnesota scored, it's like, well, there's a reason why they're now 10. They were 9-0 in one possession games at the time, and there's a reason why Indianapolis fired their coach mid-season. And as time did not go fast enough, and Minnesota kept scoring and scoring. Sure, there was a bad penalties, blown whistles, this and that, which I was thankful for. It was like, no.
That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put
come on.
That's a consolation prize.
You only mustered 3 points in the second half? Come on. And it came down to a 4th down. 4th and 1. Minnesota had no more timeouts. All they had to do was get a 1st down. Game over. But of course not. The referees, in my mind, they blew the whistle too soon. Because, I mean, Matt Ryan had the 1st down. He didn't touch the ground for momentum. He was still pushing, but no, of course not. And of course, the very next play, screen pass to Cook, touchdown, 2-point conversion, good. We go to overtime. Comes down to the final play, and Vikings kick a game winner.
He's going to be marked down just
but
outside the 10.
Hey, let them have their day in the sun. Let them enjoy enjoy everything, you know? Because once the playoffs come, there is no tomorrow. And when they fall behind and they can't make a comeback, it'll be glorious.
They had to settle for 3.
Because here's the thing: if you look at all their games, Minnesota's teams,
in good position, 1st and 10.
They're what now? 11.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
11 and 3.
That's the mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick.
They only have one blowout win,
He just made a great
or
play
I should say, more than one possession victory. And that was week 1, but we don't know it. Green Bay, they're a little slow off the gates, off the starting blocks. You know, they run a marathon. They pace themselves for this marathon while Minnesota sprints. Okay. So, anyways, you know, as a Packer fan, I just hates to see, hates to watch. We move on. Yeah, the Ravens and Browns, they played on Saturday. That was an awful game. And then Bills and Dolphins back and forth. Buffalo fans were throwing snowballs at Miami and like, hey refs, can you do anything about it? No, not really. Okay. We will penalize the home team if you keep this up. And I mean, in my opinion, there's no difference if a fan is throwing a beer bottle, soda can, or debris, some form of debris on the field when they were throwing snowballs on the field. There's no difference in my mind.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
But Miami gets the win. I mean, they get the loss. And they lose now 4 in a row, I think. They lost 3 in a row. They were 8 and 3. They've lost 3 in a row. They still are in the hunt for the AFC East, but a Buffalo win will, Buffalo win will seal the deal. So yeah, and then on Sunday, Eagles take care of the Bears. Here's the thing with the Bears. Now talking about the NFC North again. If things go right, they can be contenders. Okay, I won't deny that. They can easily be contenders. I don't want them to be contenders, because where's that going to put Green Bay? Okay. But the irony is, they only play. There could be a year if a division can have 4 teams in the playoffs. At the moment, the East, that's the NFC East right now. But they have to be very good. They have to split within their division and take care of everybody else's opponent. And you can have, 4 10-win teams in the division. But Bears, I mean, they took it to the Eagles, but they were home. So, Atlanta falls to New Orleans. What a mess the South is. We'll look at divisions once we're done. Lions, they stay hot. They beat the Jets late. Steelers, they get the win over Carolina. Mike Tomlin is determined not to finish with a losing record. He's 6-8 at the moment. He needs to win out or get 2 wins and a tie. An upset of the day. Jacksonville over Dallas in overtime. I mean, it wasn't really Dak Prescott's fault. They did that pick 6 in overtime, but he gets credit for it. Chiefs had to go to overtime with Houston. Houston is showing some life, even though that they're going to be the worst team in the NFL and get the first pick in the draft. They're showing some life. Forced overtime against Chiefs, but that was in Houston. Arizona falls to Denver.
And he'll get this away into the icy
Tennessee falls to the Chargers. Bengals being down. There was three times this weekend where teams were down 17 points and came back to win. Bengals, Jacksonville, Minnesota.
Pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what
But
happened
then
last time out.
you have this
Ended
game.
their drive in the end zone.
You're right about
New
that.
England
It sounds
at
pretty
Las
simple,
Vegas.
doesn't it? Just score again, but
It looked
we know
like
it's not that
New
simple
England was
because
going to take care of
you don't just make
business.
adjustments at halftime.
They were
If
up
you're a good football
24.
team, you spend that time on the sideline, you
24-17.
study what's on the notes and the tablets,
And
you make those
all of a
adjustments
sudden,
that were repeated the last drive. Series to
the
series,
Raiders
because
somehow get
teams, that's how they get it
a late
done.
touchdown that was controversial. If the receivers touched the line, did not touch the line.
feel like I could see
I
what
think
he was
it just
thinking
stays
on
with
that carry.
what
Wanted
it was
ball,
called on
big
the field.
tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think
If
he
it was called
decides on that one
incomplete,
being
his
bigger.
foot's on the line, I think it would, the play would stand. But since it was ruled a touchdown on the field, it's a touchdown. It's like, okay, so we're tied. New England has the ball. 4 seconds left or whatever. You know, you pretty much, let's just go to overtime. I don't think they might have had timeout. I don't know. I don't remember. But okay, decided to they ran the ball. Stevenson, I think it was. Stevenson gets the carry and he breaks loose. He's running down up the middle. He turns to his right, and then all of a sudden he decides to lateral the ball. He throws the ball backwards. I forget the receiver that catches it. It's like, oh, what are you doing? And then he throws it backwards. There's no Patriot in sight. He throws it to a former teammate, Chandler Jones, who then he intercepts the lateral. He stiff arms Mac Jones and then walks into the end zone.
A missed opportunity there, maybe to pin him back.
And it is one of the most dumbest, stupidest, worst plays in NFL history. At least if you're New England, if you're Las Vegas, you're on the luckiest side of history. And it's like, what were you thinking? The game is tied. If you were losing down by a point, okay, understand. But the game is tied. Go down, go to overtime, try and win it there. But no. Nope. So, oi.
On second down, this is Harris.
But go back to the Chargers Titans game real quick. There was a play that I saw where I think it was an interception. Titans, one of the DBs, runs, they're in the end zone. And catches it midair and throws it back.
Then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And throws it backwards.
Connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on
I think it got ruled an
like any
interception.
defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings.
And then on Sunday Night Football, we had the Giants versus the Commanders. Controversy in that game. Maybe some blown pass interference calls.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38.
But in the end,
33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
New York wins.
The Raiders will take over now, 1st
And
and
Week
10.
15 wraps up on Monday night. The defending Super Bowl champions LA Rams head to Green Bay in shivering temperatures, and the Packers took care of business as the Rams have the most losses following a Super Bowl, or at least tied. I'm sure they'll get 1 or 2 more. So we will all remember the 2022 LA Rams as the worst defending Super Bowl champions in NFL history.
His throw's going to be incomplete.
So with that all being said, Week 15 is in the books. Week 16 is just around the corner. We have 2 weeks left of Thursday Night Football. We still have, I think we have 3 weeks of Saturday football. I think, I don't know.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
I gotta take a look at this. I don't think there's any NFL games on the 31st. We'll have college football on the 31st. Yeah, there are no Saturday games because college football has returned.
Nice linebacker play.
Okay, of course he's play. But let's see how they do on this third down play. Then we'll take a look at standings and what playoff.
Looking deep downfield, and that will be incomplete.
So
but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that play there was certainly a
here we go. This is what standings look like in the AFC East. We have Buffalo. They have clinched the playoff spot. They're 11-3. Miami 8-6. New England 7-7, and the New York Jets 7-7. 500 or better. With 3 weeks to go.
And this is going to hit the
so if New England, New York, and Miami all, New England and New York, if they win 2 games, 2 more games, they'll have a winning record. If Miami wins 1 more game, they'll have a winning record. And first time, one division will have all winning records. AFC North, Cincinnati. I wouldn't say comfy, but they have a 1-game lead in the North at 10-4. Baltimore 9-5. Come down to those 2 teams. I believe they play Week 18. But then you have Cleveland and Pittsburgh. They're both 6-8. Very plausible. Very plausible. I do believe that they could both finish with no.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
One. Oh man. Pittsburgh and Cleveland both play each other week 18. They could be both 8-8. Unless they tie. Unless they tie. 1 team will have a winning record and 1 team will have a losing record.
From the 25 on 2nd down.
And that would be a bloodbath in my mind. Oh, there goes Pickett. Okay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it.
But just look at those 2 divisions. I mean, even if Cleveland and Pittsburgh both lose their next 3, okay, maybe overreact a little bit. But if they somehow muster out wins, then it's like, oh, they're a 500 team. Then you have the AFC South. And then we get a little reverse. Here's Tennessee. They're 7-7. They lead the South. Jacksonville. They're hot. Jacksonville's won 2 in a row. Well, the rest of the AFC South is Tennessee's lost 4 in a row, Indianapolis has lost 4 in a row, and Houston's lost 9 in a row. But they're 6-8. They still have a chance to win the South. Somebody's got to do it. Oh! He's gone. That's a pick 6. Indianapolis 4-9-1, and then Houston, who's better when they play the playoffs, is 1-12-1.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there? Yeah, Brandon. I think. And
finally, the AFC West, we have Kansas City. They win the West once again at 11-3. The Chargers, they're still in playoff hopes at 8-6. Vegas, they're technically still alive with playoff chances at 6-8, and then Denver has been eliminated. They're 4-10. Denver, they actually got the win, so yeah. Everyone in the West got a win. And oh no,
it's good to make it 17-7.
So there's your AFC standings. NFC standings in the East. You have Philly. They're 13-1. They're trying to get that home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which means nothing these days in my mind. Dallas, even with the loss, still clinch a playoff berth at 10-4. Then you have the Giants at 8-5-1 and Washington at 7-6-1. Because of course they had a tie earlier. Well, see, if Washington would have won that game and New York would have lost, they would have been both 8-6. And
so they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyways, in the North, we have the Vikings at Minnesota is 11-3. They won the North. Detroit, who has won now 3 in a row and started the season 1-6, is now 6-1 and is 7-7. Green Bay, they're 6-8. They've won 2 in a row for the first time since week 4. Or week 3, or whatever. Back-to-back wins.
All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to.
And then you have the Chicago Bears. They're 3-11, eliminated from the playoffs, lost their 7th in a row.
He's got this to Pickens, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat.
I mean, NFC South, someone has to win the South. All 4 teams are still anybody's game, in all honesty. Tampa Bay 6-8. You know, they win out, they win the South. They at least have a winning record. Carolina, New Orleans, Atlanta, all are 5-9.
A big hitter to start
so
the drive has him up near midfield.
It's still possible. Still possible.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he spins past.
And finally, the NFC West, San Francisco 10-4. They win the West. Seattle, they're 7-7. They're still alive in the playoffs. But Arizona and Los Angeles Rams, both 4-10, eliminated from the playoffs.
Tight ends block pretty well also. Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now.
Now we look at the playoff standings.
At the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
See what happens here. Handoff. Oh, look at that. Oh.
And a very determined run there.
So in the AFC, Buffalo at the moment has the #1 seed at 11-3. Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Tennessee are your next 3 in division winners. They will host home games in the Super Wildcard weekend. And then to round off your 3 wildcard team to be Baltimore, Los Angeles Chargers, and Miami. Wow. Still technically in the playoff hunt. New England, New York Jets, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis. The best they can finish is 7-9-1.
I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series.
And
they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side.
I don't know how they. I mean, they could still technically win the South, I think.
And right up the middle.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
But still,
From the red zone now, they'll look
there was false hope when they won their first game with Jeff Saturday as head coach.
Right side. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Then on the NFC side, 4 teams have clinched. So in the AFC side, only 2 teams have clinched. One a division, one a playoff spot. That leaves 5 spots left open. Technically 3 division spots and 2 and 1 wildcard spot.
And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
2 wildcard spots. Something like that. Anyways. In the NFC, the race is getting tighter. There's only 2 wildcard spots open and a division spot. But there's only 4 teams that can fight for that division. Anyways, you have the Phillies at 13-1. They get a win or a Minnesota loss. They will more or less. Yeah, they would have to.
Harris, touchdown.
With a win, they can clinch home field advantage.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the
or if Minnesota and San Francisco both lose, they can clinch. I think that sounds about right. But Minnesota, they're 11-3. San Francisco, 10-4, year 2 division winner so far, and Tampa Bay rounding off the 3 teams that would host home games in super wildcard weekend for the NFC. Then you have Dallas, New York, and Washington rounding out the wildcard spots. Dallas has clinched a playoff spot. And it's like, if...
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So
if this would hold, Dallas would have to go to Tampa Bay. Rematch of week 1. You know? Anyways, then Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Carolina, New Orleans, and Atlanta. We'll put it this way, in my personal opinion. The 4 teams in the NFC South, they're all alive fighting for that 1 spot. While Green Bay, Detroit, and Seattle are fighting with New York and Washington for those final 2 spots. And anything could happen. So, there you have it.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember.
It's going to be interesting
They've
stretch.
still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Carr fighting his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr going to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On play action, it's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. A very solid gain of 27.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Carr again. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Carr. Looking sideline is complete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Card out a throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too. So
the Raiders take a 6-point lead with about 7:50 left in the first half. Steelers trying to keep this, trying to stay alive here.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any faults of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Pickett now on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything down.
Now we got 2nd and 6. Pittsburgh trying to retake the lead. Do they have the lead? Yeah, I think they had the lead at one point.
This is Harris
on man, huge disappointment for him this year, but injuries.
60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
Blow him over.
What a great effort effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So we got 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Pittsburgh trying to pound her in there before halftime.
From the red zone now,
oh, what was that?
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Harris running straight ahead.
Big 3rd down coming up.
Power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Got the 1st down at least.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Gonna run the toss here to Harris. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. Two
of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback.
Why?
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Here's Pickett.
Touchdown.
Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope. I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes you throw, what, a touchdown strike? There you go. That's my man in concert. Boswell good with the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. They'll take it.
I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Carr now on first down. The throw taken in by Cole.
I think it's the 2-minute warning.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Carr connects with Cole again. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
And intercepted. Now the Steelers have a chance to extend their lead before half.
I think this will let it ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end fire move. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
4th and 1. Okay, so yeah, they stopped the clock. Still 2 timeouts. 49 seconds. I mean, there's lots of time. So the interception goes nowhere. Just stalls the Raiders' drive.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Don't F it up this time again.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You gotta give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver.
Big third down, but
no,
the clock is ticking, so
in this
we'll see what we get.
situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Will they snap the ball? I don't think they're going to snap the ball. So we go to half. Oh, no, they do. Why? Why would you wait that long? You still have 2 timeouts.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Well, it looks like Vegas gets the ball to start the second half so they can try and redeem themselves to some extent.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. But Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Carr now on first down. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he's going to be dropped following and pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Ooh, of course there's injuries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw his Carr.
Ooh, no way.
Here to the right to Bolden. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Oh, Devontae Adams gets loose.
Complete to Adams. On the move pass across the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Carr again. Touchdown! Foster Moreau, a 5-yard touchdown.
And just like that, the Raiders retake the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there, worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 10.
So Pittsburgh's got a little work to do. Could not take advantage on that interception before halftime.
Offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 24. To the air on first down with Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Pickett. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Can't do that.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
Ooh.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Max Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. On play action, now Carr. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? We've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys in the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
To throw, it's Carr. And this is Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Good footwork at the 30. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. On the give, this is Harris. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Pickett now on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
So now the Raiders got 2 touchdown lead. Steelers trying to fight back.
Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams.
But we'll do our picks in a little bit once the 4th quarter starts. I mean, I do think Pittsburgh's going to be playing with a heavy heart.
If that's what they want to do.
They're going to be playing for, selling for a field goal? I don't know about this.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
For the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raiders Eagles have the ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again.
And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He hits Adams complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the
Raiders,
essence of the
for the most part, in control now. In this game at midfield, 2nd and 6 with 2:30 left, and the bounds.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds.
I don't know about that. Carr for 30 for 44 for 356 yards. They're not using Josh Jacobs. And I think that's the other thing. There's like going to be like 7 games with sub-freezing temperatures at kickoff or such, I think.
Now Carr.
I could be mistaken. I'll have to look at the games again.
He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
But there's Buffalo, Chicago. I'm sure New Orleans at Cleveland. I know Kansas City game. Seattle at Kansas City. So
here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas.
But we'll see. Anyways, we'll watch this Pittsburgh drive, and then we'll take a look at Week 16.
Fair catch signaled for, and
we're back in the day. Week 16 will be the second to last week of the regular season.
Yards on the punt with no return, and the Steelers will go on offense.
It feels weird now that there's an extra week of the regular season, and I'm fine. I was fine with okay, Week 17, last week of the regular season, first weekend in January, because then next weekend, playoffs. Now it's the 3rd weekend.
Leads the Steelers
and it's like,
here with a fresh set of downs at their own 16.
God.
They'll start the drive
But
with Harris.
like I said, it's the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, which took place on December 23rd, 1972. So back in the 50 years ago, they were playing playoff football in December.
The last run got
And
6.
I wish they
Now
went back to that.
4.
And Super Bowl at the end of January, if anything. Now
Off the
it's
play
middle of
fake. Here's
February.
Pickett.
Oh!
That's caught downfield by Pickens.
Pittsburgh gets a touchdown. They'll be down by 4.
Good for 26 and a first down.
Game over.
That's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it up 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short.
Well, that's probably going to be the last play of the quarter. So they don't have to go too far to flip the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play.
But
So
12 rushing yards? And 350 passing yards, I don't think so. Josh Jacobs. They need to use Josh Jacobs.
And it's on EA Sports.
But, this man. And,
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football, trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
What's the flag, though? What's the flag? Offense, go figure. And they accept it.
So they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his
and
block.
Just way overthrown.
3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Oh, but here we go. Steelers will finally will take a look at Week 16 matchups. I mean, no more buys.
Oh, it's a wobbler here.
And he returns it. I mean, last week was the first week
that'll be marked down as
we were done with buys.
And that will come the offense as they
Anyways,
take
last week
now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th
last week I
quarter,
went
maybe
11 and 5, improved to 122 and 100, 55% accuracy. So not so bad, not so bad. Ish. I feel like it would be better. This depends on where I'm leaning so
The Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
So we start off Thursday night. We only have a few more Thursday night games left. We have Jacksonville at the New York Jets. Then Saturday, most of the games are on Saturday. We only have a few because Christmas is on Sunday. But anyways, we have Buffalo at Chicago, New Orleans at Cleveland, Houston at Tennessee, Seattle at Kansas City, New York Giants at Minnesota, Cincinnati at New England, Detroit at Carolina, Atlanta at Baltimore. Late games, Washington at San Francisco, Philadelphia at Dallas. There's only 2 late games. Then Saturday Night Football, we have Las Vegas at Pittsburgh. Sunday, on Christmas Day, we have 3 games. Starting at noon, we have Green Bay at Miami. Late game, Denver at LA Rams. And Sunday Night Football, Tampa Bay at Arizona. As you can tell, there's 3 of the 6 teams have been eliminated from playoff potential. The other 3, one still fighting for a division title. The other 2 are fighting for wildcard spots. Where all 6 teams were supposed to be, cream of the crop, fighting for playoffs, divisions and #1 seeds and stuff like that. And it's a big letdown. Not saying these games are going to be. And then Monday Night Football, we have LA Chargers at Indianapolis. So Thursday night, we have Jacksonville at the New York Jets. Jacksonville is on a roll. Head coach Doug Peterson, former Super Bowl champion player and coach. Technically, he's leading. He's turning Jacksonville around. The Jets, they're still trying to find their identity. They lost to the Lions late. But you know what? I'm going with Jacksonville. Give me the road team here. And the start of Saturday slate. Buffalo at Chicago. Buffalo. They get the win. They win the East. We move on. New Orleans at Cleveland. This is a tough one.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all
I gotta see this kick attempt first.
They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is
it's good.
From 57 yards out. That was bombs away.
So now they extend their lead by 2 touchdowns. Anyways, going back to New Orleans at Cleveland. I think Cleveland is slowly getting things turned around. This is a typical dome team playing in the elements on the road. So I gotta go with the home team. I pick Cleveland. Houston at Tennessee. Houston is finding some momentum here. You know, they took
after the made field goal, Carlson now sets up
they
to
took
kick this
two
away.
teams took 2 different teams to the limit the last 2 weeks, forcing overtime one of those weeks.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
But the one thing is, Tennessee has Derrick Henry. What's Derrick Henry done? Well, he's rushed for 200 yards against Houston 4 times. He's rushed for 200 yards plus 6 times total.
At their 25-yard line.
So you do, man.
Turn to Harris to begin the drive.
They are home. They'll be in the elements. Last 2 games were in dome settings. I'm going with Tennessee. I'm going with the better team. I think Tennessee can turn around and try to secure that AFC South title.
But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Seattle at Kansas City.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
Personally, I need Kansas City to win to keep Green Bay alive in the playoffs.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards
Seattle
for the game, and he's got a first down.
It is possible that they could get the win, go on the road to Kansas City and take care of business. And Kansas City, you know, they stumbled on the road at Houston, but I don't think that's going to happen 2 weeks in a row. I think since they're home, they got their 12th man, one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL, put into the test, and they will show Seattle that Geno Smith is Geno Smith, not the Geno Smith that, you know, was whatever.
117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better.
I'm heartbroken here.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there. Right,
I don't want to.
And he's a guy that has some height to
But
him,
I'm going to for this. If only they would have lost on Sunday night, I would have been a little more willing to go to play. But you have the New York Giants at Minnesota. Reports that Minnesota is going to wear white helmets and all white for whiteout on Christmas Eve. Saw what it looked like. It's
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll take it down.
I'm not a big fan of all white.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they
I'm going with Minnesota. I would rather see the New York Giants win, but I can't have the Giants win. Or I think I could. The Giants could win. It just needs Washington lose out.
Now because it's a 2-possession game, they've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So, but anyways, I'm going with Minnesota just for picking winners. Cincinnati at New England. New England. I would like to see New England win,
to try and pick up bigger yardage.
but I don't know. This might be a little tricky. It's not like Cincinnati doesn't play in the elements. They didn't have an indoor practice facility until this year, if that's even created.
If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not so hot.
And New England has been up and down. There's a reason why they're 7-7. They should be 8-6 to be honest. Well, maybe not. I shouldn't say that. They at least should have went to overtime. Cincinnati's more well-rounded. I think they're the better team, healthier team, and give me Cincinnati. Detroit at Carolina. This could be a barn burner.
What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve.
Detroit has turned things around. Which I thought they would be the 2nd best team in the NFC North, which they are at the moment.
But Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees.
But starting 1-6, you're like, it's the same old lines. Now they've went on a 6-1 run.
I gotta say, watching it in real time, it was
let's be honest, in my opinion, they should be 7-0 run. They should be 8-6, but you know, Buffalo pulls off a Thanksgiving miracle.
That's pretty tight.
Carolina sucked. They fired their coach early. They have some good players, but no. Give me Detroit.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the decision to challenge does not.
Atlanta at Baltimore. This is a tricky one. Atlanta is sneaky good. Baltimore is sneaky bad. Baltimore can win games.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
But it's going to be difficult, depending on who's at quarterback and how things go.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I still think Baltimore's the better team. I'm going with Baltimore. Washington. Washington at San Francisco. I'm going with San Francisco mainly because I need Washington and New York to lose. So, plain and simple. Boom. Philly at Dallas. I'm going with the Eagles. Eagles have been undefeated on the road. Cowboys have struggled as of late. The last 2 teams they played at Houston or against Houston and at Jacksonville. So I'm just going to play with the safe. I mean, Philly, it's not like Philly's been looking at stellar too. They've been playing some close games. But I'm going with Philly. They beat them once, they'll beat them again. Hopefully we'll see. Now this game, Saturday Night Football. I'm going with Pittsburgh for 2 reasons. One, Mike Tomlin, he's going to do whatever he can to not have a losing record. First time ever. He gets a win, he keeps that alive. He loses on Saturday night, it's done. And 2, the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception and Franco Harris's death. They got heavy hearts, they want to get that win. Christmas Day, here we go, Christmas Day. We start with Green Bay at Miami. Obviously, if I want my Packers, I know I said a few weeks ago, but things are changing. Packers are getting healthy. They get momentum. Miami, they've lost 3 in a row. They're back home. And we got to let's stick with momentum. Let's stick with Green Bay. I'm going with the Packers. I'm homering it. Give me Green Bay. They get a Christmas miracle to keep their playoff hopes alive. Then Denver at LA, the Rams, give me Denver. I don't care. Baker Mayfield sucks. The Rams suck. They stink. They're all beat up. Give me Denver. I think Denver can get the win. Sunday Night Football.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now, I don't want Tampa to win. I'd rather see Arizona win, but Arizona's all banged up. They have Colt McCoy, and they are in Arizona. Tom Brady had some success in that stadium. So,
you don't want that in your head too much.
You know what? I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to pick carries on it just for
he would be content
the
to
fun
just
of it.
kick extra
Funsies.
points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And then last but not least,
And
Monday
that's
Night
good for a gain of
Football.
6, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback
LA
is
Chargers
trained to really
at
look
Indianapolis.
downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw.
Indianapolis
And
has
in this
only won
case,
one
that's
game
exactly
since
what he
Jeff
did.
Saturday
Found
took
his
over.
running
That's his
back,
first game,
let him
and I've
create some
lost everyone
space,
since.
and it turned out to be a
And
nice
you know
play
what?
for the offense.
I'm going with the Colts just for fun as well. Just, you know what? Let's do it.
And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard.
So there you have it.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now a play fake. Carr rolling to his left and able to complete it to Moreau. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Okay, you have not made all your picks. Which pick did I miss?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
What game I missed.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Carr. His throw incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good one.
But all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that. But as a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
From the gun, it's Carr. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Pickett. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. All that gets him is just a yard. And now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he goes out right around the 39. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They run with Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was.
Time is running out for Pittsburgh. Less than 4 minutes in the game. They're at the 30 yards to go to get a touchdown.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down when they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Oop. My bad.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They're running out of time.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson.
That will probably take them down to a 2-minute warning.
About the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
There it is.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
I suppose they were only down by 2 touchdowns.
Rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah,
But they have all 3 timeouts, and we'll see how that goes.
And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come
We
up
have
with
not had a game going overtime yet. I hope. Still doesn't, but.
Extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So, well, they don't have the onside kick it. They have all 3 timeouts.
Now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they don't. And ball goes out of bounds anyways.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jacobs now.
Something they should have done all game, but they didn't.
Right there on the first down run, he gets maybe 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Big 3rd down here. If the Raiders can convert, game will be over. If they can't, Pittsburgh gets the ball back.
Back to throw, Carr.
Dangerous. He's going to throw it down the field. Out of bounds. And Pittsburgh has a $1.43 with 1 timeout left. They have a chance to tie this and force overtime. Or win it.
Just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole down. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as
and
this
ball
one's away.
Will be a touchback.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here's Pickett and the Steelers. Down by 7. 1:36 to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Why?
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take
the
it
ball
down at the 21-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Pickett to throw.
Wide open.
He's got Pickens complete.
You gotta hurry up.
Just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
They just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Now Pickett.
Oh,
the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field and converted.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Oh, they gave him a yard.
After an
Yay.
incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Pickett.
Hit as he throws and it falls short. So here we go. Game on the line.
Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation
Lots of
time.
time. Heaves it down the field and it's incomplete.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Question becomes, will they use their last timeout?
And the Raiders are going to win the football game. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory.
And why Pittsburgh? Why use your last timeout? It's pointless.
As they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Well, there you have it. That'll do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your own crowd.
The Las Vegas Raiders come to town, play spoiler, hand Mike Tomlin his first losing season ever, and more or less spit on Franco Harris's grave. And Raiders keep their playoff hopes alive, while the Steelers have to figure out, does Mike Tomlin stick around, or does he
it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
Is it time for him to walk away? I don't see him walking away.
Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big time moment. No one shied away
I mean, I
tuned out the
think he's
crowd,
been
kept
coached
their
longer
heads,
than
executed the way they needed to earn
Bill
that
Cowers, but look at those stats. But, yeah. Get off the field, Pickett. There you have it. Raiders win, Steelers lose. We'll see what happens this weekend. Hope you all have, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Boxing Day, and whatever other religions or holidays are out there. So, till next time, adios, muchachos.